and welcome to How Do You Drew?
This is a Drew Barrymore podcast brought to you by thedrewsmuseum.com.
And sponsored by our friends at Positive Medium.
I'm Anne.
And I'm Ashley.
And welcome to episode 46.
A Drewsflash mini episode.
Yes, here we go with our honkin' Drewsflash right before a bigger episode next week. So stay tuned for our next Drew's Day. This will be a fun one, though. So we got lots of little tidbits to talk about.
Yeah, so don't be mad that this one's shorter. We have good stuff.
Yes.
Good stuff. Is that the thing I said 1,000 times in our last episode?
Yes,
what is wrong with me? Why do I keep saying that? That's not normally.
I don't know, Ashley. It's all good. It's good stuff.
Okay. All right.
You're just acknowledging all the good stuff in our podcast.
That's true.
Okay. So what follow-up do we want to start with this week?
Oh my gosh. I'm really excited. I solved a Drew mystery that we have actually discussed on this show.
Okay.
So our episode 14 was our 1995 year in review. We discussed how during promotion for Boys on the Side, there was this mystery appearance. We have all these clippings of Drew holding a snake, but we don't know what it's from.
Knowing nothing about the appearance, I kind of like her look during that time.
Yes. I always think of you with that look.
It's funny. Sometimes her hair looks a little too spiky for me. In this, I feel like it's a little softer. So I feel like this is one of the ones where it's oh, this is a fun thing to have clippings of. But having so many, I feel like from random teen magazines with the snake.
YM. And I mentioned in our last episode, the caption that just lives forever in my brain was, "Scream, Drew, that's a boa you're petting."
That's right.
Oh my God. So totally randomly, I rarely even search YouTube. I just got in this weird mode yesterday and I went down a little rabbit hole and I was just searching for things that have been recently uploaded. So much junk. And then I see a thumbnail of Drew from that, seemingly from that appearance. And I was like, what? So there was this little promo clip that was uploaded to YouTube by, a podcast that's called After These Messages Podcast. So we'll have to look into what that is. That sounds kind of fun.
Oh,
but they have a little clip of Drew introducing the channel FX.
Hi, I'm Drew Barrymore, and you're watching FX, the world's first living television network.
So it's very weird.
It's very weird and it's so cute. She sounds so young.
She sounds so young. She is young. She's only 20, not even 20 maybe. And she's holding a bouquet of daisies, which is really fun. And she's sitting in this, what looks like a living room. And that was what the thing that we talked about, all these pictures, it looks like she's on a set that looks like a house or something, right?
Yes.
Yeah, because there's a kitchen. So, okay. So then I was like, oh, okay, what could this be? So then I looked up what FX used to be because it looks totally different. And I'm like, what is this first living television network? What the hell does that mean?
And it's evolved into what FX is now?
Yeah. So
weird.
It launched in 1994. So it had only been around for a little while when this little segment was filmed.
Yep.
And their whole thing was that it was broadcasted from a large, quote unquote, apartment in Manhattan. That was the vibe of the channel. So then I was like, okay, so what was this appearance, right? So I found out there was this morning talk show. I use that term really loosely, called Breakfast Time.
Okay. And how did you figure out it was that?
Well, I just was like, okay, let me see what Breakfast Time was. So I found full episodes of this wacky show. And it's just got all these different people in all these different rooms of the quote unquote apartment. And there's a puppet in some weird parts. And they just walk around through the hallways.
Were there a lot of episodes from what you found?
I watched two, one from 94 and one from 95, because I was trying to see the decor, and I did find stuff that matched. So this is what it was. And, I tried Googling Breakfast Time Drew Barrymore, nothing came up, but I'm hoping maybe one day somebody will upload it, because
I bet someone will find it.
Now we know. It was the most satisfying feeling to be like, yes, I know what this is now.
So cool. That is so cool. I just had a thought about how we could use these Drewsflash to be here's some big updates on previous episodes.
Definitely.
this is like I mean, how many years later after this happened are we figuring this out? Like almost 30 years later. So come on.
Seriously. But I love that our episode was when like November, and now here we go. We talked about it. We made it happen.
Yes.
We found the answer.
Yeah. Just like, just casually, just a little over half a year later, we just figured it out. So good job. It's like that detective work just took the right amount of like, what do I need to look at next to confirm? And you figured it out. Like, that is so cool. I love knowing that.
Feels good.
And we get to update our archive.
That's right.
What do you have for this week's Druism of the Week?
So this is from an old article. I'm going to guess somewhere in 2003, 2004 era. And this is Drew describing her hair. And she says, it looks like hay that's been barfed up by an animal. It's like, no, it doesn't. But funny. I think the interviewer was trying to like say, oh, you look great or something. And she was not agreeing.
Drew, we love you always and forever with your hair that's been barfed up by an animal.
So good.
Okay, so I see we've got some mail this week.
You've got mail.
Yeah, so we got an email from frequent writing in-person Christian. That's a term, right?
Yeah.
Why don't you read what he emailed us?
Okay, so Christian said, I was wondering if, aside from the men Drew had starred with in rom-com films, such as Adam Sandler, what actor do you want to see Drew with in a rom-com? Mine would be Justin Theroux or Gerard Butler. I like this question, but I'm trying to imagine.
This is a fun question. I didn't even pre-think of an answer. I just got stuck on Justin Theroux because we loved him. There was like a time where we were like really into him after Full Throttle.
Yeah, and I know.
Give us the rings. He and Drew definitely have like a great chemistry. I would be totally down for that.
Do.
Gerard Butler, I'm like, yeah, I got nothing.
Yeah, I'm like, whatever about Gerard Butler.
When he was on Drew's show, it wasn't even that long ago, in the last like few months of the last season.
He is very charming.
It was cute. Yeah, I was like, okay, maybe I can sort of see why people like him, but he's just not my kind of guy.
I mean, I immediately thought of someone who's already been in movies with her, who I'd love to see more, in Sam Rockwell.
Of course.
But let's see, who do I like love? That I could actually see in like that situation.
I know. I'm gonna give me Matthew Lillard. Give me their third movie together, but have them interact. I'll take it.
Oh,
they both can bring a lot of energy to the screen, and we've been teased with Scream and Mad Love, and they don't do anything together. Give me it.
That's a good answer. Oh my gosh.
Do you still love Jake? Or does he feel too young?
Well, I was thinking of that, but I don't think, I think the age difference would throw me off. Their age difference isn't that much,
it's just like something about him being like a child in Donnie Darko and her being a teacher.
Yes.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
This isn't Never Been Kissed, the sequel.
Maybe Mr. Coulson needs a redemption story. I feel like I got to come up with something. You know what? I'm just going to agree with Justin Theroux for now, because I really do like him. But I feel like I'm going to come up with something better.
Okay, well, maybe we'll have a follow-up.
Maybe I'll just pop in somewhere.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so I love your answer though. Matthew Lillard was a great one.
I'm always going to pick him for everything. I'm boring that way.
You are consistent that way.
There you go. Loyal
and consistent. Not boring at all. Okay, so now let's jump to This Week in Drew History, which is going to take up a little bit of our episode this week because you found a good one.
Yeah. Oh man, this is a classic. So July 27th, 1982. I was 6 months old.
My oldest brother's birthday. It's literally the day he was born.
Oh my God.
It's Lee's
That's crazy.
birthday.
That's cool. That's really cool. All right. Well, Drew celebrated Lee's birth by going on The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson for the first time. And everybody is familiar with parts of this. This is the most classic.
Yes.
This was the first of, I know of at least two more when he was hosting. And then there's like two more when he had guest hosts. But I think there might even be more out there that we don't know about. It would be great to see more of them.
I can't even think of any of them.
just seen photos. I've never even seen video of the other ones.
Yeah, but this one is absolute classic.
This one is so great. And the funny thing about this was maybe like a year or so ago, it came up on Jason's YouTube on our TV at home. And I was like, oh, I've seen this a million times. But then I was like, wait, this is 16 minutes?
Yeah.
I think this is more than I have seen. So we all watched it together. And there was a ton of footage that was brand new to me. So if you guys think you've seen this, you maybe not have seen the entire thing. It's a very long segment. So we're going to link to it in the episode page, of course.
Yes. And I felt that way when I watched it too, where I was like, this whole middle section, like there's one part I don't remember at all. And we'll get to that in a second. So it's really cute, but I don't think this was any of the clips. So when she's coming out after her name is announced by Johnny Carson, she slips a little on the stairs.
Yeah.
And then you pulled another little tidbit about how she felt about that, like something she described later.
Somebody asked her about that kind of recently, and she said that she died inside when it happened. And that this type of thing still happens to her. She said, if I ever try to be cool, I will trip and fall.
I feel like she always calls herself clumsy.
Yeah.
Just something like, I think we've seen only a little bit of evidence of it. Like she's generally so graceful. I feel like it's that sort of thing where she's saying if she tries to look cool, it's like, you just look cool if you don't try, Drew.
There you go. Very true. But so yeah, she has her little slip, but then the interview, oh my God, she's so precocious. Like, I feel like, you know how she always describes herself like as this weird traveling salesman when she'd go into auditions, like,
yes.
Like this, I'm like, oh yeah, I can see that. Like she is just, hey, I have all these stories. I'm going to go off on these like funny little tangents. Like, oh my God.
But I feel like in a very calm way. Like I was like, she's very precocious, but she's also very like, she says something and then she like looks at Johnny.
She definitely is a pro. She knows what she's doing. So the part that we all are familiar with.
You have a pretty smile. You have pretty teeth.
Thank you.
Yeah, pretty nice.
You know, tell me if you noticed this. It would be kind of easier to talk without my teeth.
What are you talking about?
So she like pulls her little fake flipper teeth out, which it's so funny that she was forced to wear that for appearances. Like, oh my God.
I know. I'm sure it was just the agent was like, we don't want anyone to be like, you know, paying attention to her teeth. We just want them to look at her personality. So yeah, you know, it's like, who knows what the idea was, but 1982, I can only imagine.
Yeah. So she pulls him out and puts him on the desk. And I love that you noted this little line.
Yeah, but they kill.
Yeah? Doesn't it feel very good?
No, they don't.
It's just like, I killed him, isn't it? I didn't realize. Oh my God. That's so funny.
I love the, like, just, it's not even, I don't think any of that was planned.
It doesn't feel that way.
No, when she like gingerly sets them on the desk and like the whole audience starts laughing.
Well, she was going to put him like in her dress. You can see she's like, what do I do with this?
I know, it was so cute. And she's like, I can't, my mom would get so mad if I lost him like I did the other day. It was so cute. I don't know, like not all of it is even in the clips I've seen of just that part alone.
Yep, I totally agree.
The thing that you noted here, I love how it is just very quick. So they start talking about Drew's famous family.
The great John Barrymore, right?
Yeah.
Did you ever see any of his pictures at all?
Yeah, one, but I didn't like one.
No?
I wasn't interested in that kind of...
And then she makes this face, and it's totally like in Diary. I feel like she does that exact face.
Got to do a comparison with this and John.
Well, that too.
As Dr. Jekyll. So yes, I think you're completely right that it's a Dr. Jekyll impression.
But you know what I'm talking about in Diary? She does these same exact things. She's talking about him and how he would do those kind of characters. And she makes that exact same face. I wish we could pull that.
Oh my God. I was just going to say, do we need one more thing to be yearning after in Diary?
I know. You said your brother was going to put it on DVD for you. What's going on?
I don't know. I haven't bugged him about it.
Damn it.
I was going to say, I feel like we almost want the Diary magic more than we even care about getting that FX show. Although I want both. Let's put our energy out there for both. There's two of us. We got a lot of energy. So let's put it out there.
Okay. There's also a really cute part where she's asked if she can say hi to Steven Spielberg.
Hi, Steven, I love you.
And it's just so cute. Like, again, it's this sort of like, you can see Johnny Carson's face just melt every time she does something. That's just like,
just so adorable.
It's so sweet. I forget what else they say about Steven.
You could tell she just thinks the world of him.
Absolutely. It's so cute. And this part, I did not remember this at all.
Nope, had never seen this until that time I just told you about.
Yeah. So suddenly Drew just says to Johnny Carson,
Do you know I have a little song for you?
You have a little song for me?
Mm-hmm.
No, I didn't know that.
Okay, can I sing it to you?
Well, you sure can.
Okay. It's about your face.
so she stands up, like faces Johnny Carson, sings this little song.
You got the cutest little baby face. It is so cute. No one can take your place. Baby face, baby face, baby, baby face. That's all.
Who is this kid?
Like, I just sort of felt like it was like a weird, almost didn't feel like it was her idea, but it was like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, when did she come up with that?
So cute. She's like, you deserve that song.
I love that. And just want to say really quickly before we move on, is her little outfit.
Oh, I know, that sweet dress with the ribbons.
Yeah, it's
Love
like
it.
pink with silk blue ribbons around the collar and the center of the front. It's super cute. And then she's got the pink bow in her hair that matches her dress.
Darling, head to toe, and her new slippery shoes.
Oh God, yes, that's right. She describes that she slipped because these shoes are kind of slippery.
So cute.
I just, when I watch this, I'm like, yeah, same girl.
I know. And again, guys, if you think you've seen this, you might be wrong that you haven't seen the whole thing. So check it out. And then, of course, I don't know if you remember this, but when the Drew Barrymore show was getting ready to premiere in 2020, they did this really cool split screen where they inserted present day Drew in Johnny Carson's spot, and she interviewed, this little Drew. They use clips from this, and it's adorable, of course.
Please welcome Drew Barrymore.
I've been waiting all my life to meet you.
It's been a wild ride. Can you believe I have 2 daughters around your age?
Kind of scary.
I have so much to fill you in on. Want to hear about our new daytime show?
Love to.
We're going to spend an hour every day celebrating life.
Oh.
I'm so excited I could scream. Want to do it with me?
Guys ready?
Oh. It's really well done. I think Omar did that one. I hope I'm not wrong, but I'm pretty sure he did.
Oh, that makes sense.
It's really good. All right. So that's our fun little trip down memory lane.
That's really cool. I'm excited that you pulled that.
Me too.
Howdy, Drewbies. We want to tell you about our sponsor, Positive Medium. We've actually been clients of theirs for at least 10 years, and they take care of all of our website needs for thedrewsam.com.
They offer custom web design and professional coding, search engine optimization, marketing, and hosting. So we've been hosted by them, but we've also been able to take advantage of a lot of their expertise in these other areas as well.
Absolutely. So customer service is the biggest draw for us with this company. They have saved our site literally from obliteration quite a few times. But then they also help us with minor issues in just like literally a matter of minutes. So if we have like a coding question or just like something on the back end we can't figure out, we reach out to them and we get an answer back, and the issue is solved within moments.
We're so excited that Positive Medium is allowing us to offer our listeners 25% off managed WordPress hosting plans using our promo code DREW, D-R-E-W, of course. And if you want to take advantage of this, visit positivemedium.com. We really, really vouch for these people. They've been so great to us and will continue to be great to us. I can only imagine.
I mean, they're great by offering this to our listeners. So take advantage. Again, it's promo code DREW, of course.
Okay, so now we get into what's new with Drew, which weirdly, there are a couple things.
Hey,
it's been a few weeks.
Yeah, it's been quiet on the Drew front, but now we've got some stuff to update you guys on, and that's why we're doing a Drewsflash.
All right, what you got?
All right. So Howard Stern, this is so
Mhm.
random. He was hosting a party for his wife, Beth's birthday.
Mhm.
And we found out, like, they posted on the Stern Show Instagram a picture of a bunch of the random people that were there, including Robert Downey Jr., John Bon Jovi, Brooke Shields, and Drew and Jimmy Fallon were tagged in this photo, but they weren't actually in the picture, which is a bummer. Okay, so they had this dinner party. We later also found out that Nancy Javonen was also there, so that was exciting. Of course, she's
Yep.
with Jimmy. So they randomly during this dinner party, Howard decided he wanted to go live on his channel without like any notice, and have
Yep.
everybody pick out a song like to play, like basically like doing his disc jockey from his past thing, which it was really funny. It was very entertaining. So we missed it when it aired, but then they did 1 or 2 re-airings of it, but you couldn't do it on demand. So you had to listen to it when it aired. So luckily I have
gosh.
Sirius XM and I was able to listen to it.
We got so lucky.
So lucky. So it's really fun. It starts off right off the bat. It's just Howard with Drew and Jimmy in the little room. I found a picture later. It's not a big space. So it's kind of funny. They were like sending people downstairs like one at a time to join in on this.
So funny. I mean, I also wonder, does Howard Stern usually record from home, or does he like he just has like that just in case?
I mean, I think it's like a maybe just for sometimes. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not sure. We were going to play a couple clips.
Yeah, I'm going to play one clip just to start us off.
Dare I say this is a Howard Stern takeover of Howard Stern Radio?
That's right.
Dare I say. And then she gets to go first and pick her song. And she picked ELO's Don't Bring Me Down, which was in my head for like a week after.
It's such a good song. I was like,
Yeah.
I know this song, but I'm going to go ahead and just play it for myself. And I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
I like how, like when they talk about the song, like they're not even starting to play it yet. They're like, who's Bruce? Because the song is like, don't bring me down, Bruce.
I actually meant to look it up so that we could answer, but I didn't.
That's okay. We will have future non-Drew tidbits, but
yeah, this isn't how do you Bruce. This is how do you Drew.
Sorry, that's really
wow, that
good.
made you laugh really hard.
Yeah, too much, probably too much.
It was pretty funny. Like I felt like Drew was pretty mellow, and then as soon as the song started playing, her and Jimmy were like freaking out.
Hello.
ELO on a Sunday night. Don't bring me down. Come on, baby. WNBC. Quack, 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 quack.
Oh my God. That's awesome. That's awesome. Come on. Is it playing?
Yeah, Jimmy was at like a 10 the entire time. He stayed in the room like the whole time. He was basically co-hosting.
That's amazing. He's such a ham though, you know, like he probably is just like
time.
loving that. I love them freaking out. It just I feel like that gives me kind of like, even though it's all audio, I can picture them like putting their arms up in the
100%.
air, screaming. Like it's so cute. And I also love to imagine like Nancy was like in the other room. She's like, yeah, they're doing their thing. Like,
oh, she was. So like they, at one point I didn't record this, but they're like, oh, Nancy's going to come down. And Jimmy's like, no, she's not. Like, she's behind the scenes girl. She's not going to. She didn't. And then like at the very end, she decided to come down and she fully like jumped on the mic and was talking. And
aww.
Yeah, it was really cool. And then she started singing the song that she picked, which funnily enough was by the Cowboy Junkies, which we had brought up in a recent episode. That was Drew had been listening to that.
That's
maybe
right.
in the Details 93 article.
Hold on, I'm going to search really quick our thing. Cowboy Junkies. Details 1993.
Haha.
Yes.
I thought that was a funny coincidence, but she started singing and Jimmy and Drew were like, what? Because I guess she won't even like sing in the car. Do you have that clip?
People on the radio. This Drew, I'm looking at Drew and Drew's like, what? Do you ever see?
You know why, Jimmy?
Drew?
Jimmy, no offense. You listen, you're a dynamic entertainer, but you don't give your wife room to entertain others. You always have to.
Can I ever play Rage Against the Machine?
Yeah, Drew's kind of in the background, so you can't totally hear her. But
Yeah.
I was happy to like hear her in the room with Nancy.
Yes,
It feels
totally.
like it's been a long time.
That's true. It's like we know they spend time together, but are like us being able to witness it, not so much.
We skipped over the part where Howard asked Drew about her tattoos on her arm.
I just thought it was cool. Like we already knew about these, so it's not new info. But here, I'm gonna play it.
Okay.
What tattoo is that?
It says breathe, and then there's the 3 sardines, which is me and my daughters.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
Yeah. My second
Very
song
nice.
is going to be by the 3 sardines.
I actually missed that. I'm glad you pointed that out.
Oh my God. I had to like listen to it twice, but the reason why I went back to it is because of Drew's laugh. Like I was just like, that's the source. Like,
so I was like, it's kind of wild that she's like hanging out with Howard Stern now because he was so like vicious to her. I actually have a memory. This must have been whenever After was coming out. I used to stay up so late that it would be 6 a.m. in New York, and my radio station would play Howard Stern at 3 a.m. here.
Oh.
And so I've been listening to the radio, and then Howard Stern would come on because I was still awake like a weirdo. And they were talking about, for some reason, the trailer for Ever After and giving so much shit that Drew's name came across the screen really big, like she was so important. And I remember listening to that live and being like, what the hell? Like, yeah, she's the star of the movie. Her name's going to be on the screen.
I mean, had Howard Stern already had Jade on at that point?
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
You know, like that was the whole thing. Like it seemed like that relationship, like that Jade was building a relationship with Howard Stern, which was kind of embarrassing to Drew.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm glad that they've found some way to be friends.
Yeah.
I think it sounds like Nancy is really good friends with him and his wife. So
that's cool.
The reason. Yeah.
I mean, I love that. I love when people get past shit, you know, like I can't imagine Drew holding a grudge.
True.
Okay. So what else is new with Drew this past week?
Okay, so just a few days ago on July 20th, she attended the opening night of a new show at the Broadway Theater called Here Lies Love. And she was photographed with the show's creative director, David Corins. At first, it almost looked like they were there together, but I did a little digging and I don't think that's actually accurate. I think she just took some pictures with him. It seems like they're friendly. She follows him on Instagram, and so do a bunch of her friends.
Okay.
And then
I've never heard of him.
No, me neither. Up until recently, so randomly, our wonderful friend Renata at Drew Barrymore Brazil. That's Brazil with an S, not a Z. She randomly, like a few months ago, was like, I had a dream Drew was dating this guy. And I was like, what? That's so weird. I know. And then she's like, yeah, there's this picture of them together in 2017.
What the hell?
I know, when Drew was handing out flower press on the subway. You remember that?
Yes.
Anyway, so there's a really cute picture of them together from there.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, they look like a couple in that picture.
Yeah, they kind of do. And actually what's interesting, and I know you were going to say this, the look that she had, that 2017 subway passing out stuff, is not that dissimilar from the look she had at this event the other night.
I actually wasn't going to say that. You're so right. She's got like a very similar hat on. No, I was just laughing that she's wearing what I'm now calling her show disguise of the hat and like sunglasses whenever she goes to shows recently. She's wearing that here as well. And that's probably why there's no like other photos of her except these ones on Getty Images.
Yeah, that's true. She's probably like getting away with like not being recognized. She's like still going out. She's just in her hat. Maybe we just need to start like combing through looking for her hair in images. Okay, somebody get to that. We don't got time for that.
Yeah, right. Renata.
But very cute. Both of these pictures of her are very cute. I love to see that she's kind of out having fun, you know, like who knows what's going on, if there's anything going on with this guy. Either way, like good for you, Drew. You look like you're having a good time.
That's right.
All right. So I see you have even more from this past week. What the hell?
I know. So thanks to, this is coming from our friend Alex at Scream Style Sleuth, an amazing account you should be following. He let me know, he's like, Drew's going to be on the next episode of And Just Like That, the Sex and the City reboot. And I was like, what are you talking about? So He's right.
Random.
So I went and looked it up, and basically she's playing herself on her talk show, and it looks like the character of Anthony, who's played by Mario Cantone. Cantone. He's going to appear on the Drew Barrymore show, and the actor was on the show in March. So I'm assuming they just filmed this when he came on.
That makes sense. And that's so cute. So she's been on The Simpsons as herself with the Drew Barrymore show.
Oh, yeah.
Now on a Sex and the City, version of Sex and the City. Is there anything else that she's played herself?
Yeah, there was the Brooke Shields Christmas movie that came out 2 years ago where her character comes on the Drew Barrymore show.
Oh my God.
I guess this is becoming a thing.
That is really funny because that just feels like, when you watch an old movie sometimes and then a character goes on Oprah or is the millennial Oprah. Shit, it turns out that was actually right. That is really funny. I don't know that I'll be watching this season of it just like that, but actually I heard a voice of a character that I wouldn't mind coming back.
Okay.
Did you watch Sex and the City?
So I didn't have HBO when it aired, and my friends
I didn't either.
all watched it and were obsessed with it, but I couldn't. And they all still probably have a lot of love for it, and I've only seen here and there.
Okay.
So I'm very, very familiar with it, but I'm not a person that's seen every episode.
Because I'll just say really quick, the voice of Aiden is at the end of this trailer, and I was like, shit, does that mean I have to watch it? I actually liked Aiden. I'm just my feeling about this show is a little bit I resent that I feel I have to watch it.
Well, it's got a very contentious response, this show.
That's true.
People don't seem happy about it.
Yes, I could go on, but this is not the Sex and the City cast. This is not How Do You Carry.
How do you carry all that stuff with you? 2 hands.
It is that show. That is the podcast I'm going to make next, is how do you carry all that stuff?
I feel like I'm constantly carrying so much stuff from my car.
And one of the funniest memes I see sometimes is women haven't had pockets for so long that they've evolved to carry a bunch of stuff. And it's so true.
I saw that. It's so true.
I think the thing I saw was a picture of Selena Gomez or something, and she was holding 10 things in one hand. I was that looks really familiar.
Yep. All right, we're getting way off track.
Yes, we are. So what's the last update for Drew this past week?
The last one, I literally got it just half an hour ago. Again, props to Renata, but she found, and I still haven't even heard back from her where she found it, but a really cute fan photo of Drew today. Today is Sunday, the 23rd. Today, breaking news. And it was taken in Toronto, Canada at this bagel place called Schmaltz Appetizing.
Cute.
She's wearing a very 2009 wacky pattern not matching.
Yeah, so she's got flannel texture stripes, floral, just all together.
Oh, that was one sentence. Flannel texture stripes, floral. Yes. I'm where are the commas? Those are hyphens.
Exactly. It was hyphenated in my brain.
But it's really cute. It's a really cute fan photo, I'm assuming, of her with some of the employees. One of the guys wearing a shirt that has the logo of the place on it. So we'll share that for you guys to check out. And not sure what she's doing up there. Maybe just vacationing, or maybe some kind of business that we'll find out about.
Yeah, very cool. So that wraps up this little Drewsflash for you guys.
Yay.
We'll be back next week with something fun. I think you're going to be excited about it. Do we want to give any kind of hints?
We're just gonna talk about somebody who came up earlier in the show. Let's just say that.
I like that. I did think of an answer to that question earlier.
Oh, you've got a new co-star.
Yeah, I mean, the new co-star that I'm thinking of, somebody that's hot right now that I would love to see Drew with.
Yeah.
Pedro Pascal.
Oh, she does love him. That was in Drew Loves.
I feel is he too young?
No, because he looks old. He doesn't look young to me. You know what? I'm not even saying that to be rude, but he doesn't have a young look to me.
That's true. But I like that he looks old. Hold on, I'm gonna ask my phone, how old is he?
He's got to be semi close to my age, and the reason I know that is on Buffy the Vampire Slayer her freshman year of college, and I was in the same class as Buffy, class of 99. So her freshman year of college was also my freshman year of college. He's in an episode as like a fellow college freshman. So I'm like, he's got to be kind of close to my age, but nope, he's older.
He was born April 2nd, 1975.
Oh, damn. They're really close in age.
Yeah. So actually, that's my answer. Pedro
There you
Pascal.
go.
It's not somebody I would ever even have like thought about. I was trying to think of somebody who I've like loved for a long time. Like I was like, not tapping into like actors that are kind of having a, you know what? I thought of another one that I might,
wow.
I was
now you have to say it.
I was going to say Keanu Reeves.
Oh.
But the types of movies he's doing, I don't know.
No, I like it. I want to see that.
I mean, also because the only film they did together was Babes in Toyland, and I think I might want to see that remedied.
I mean, how do you top that?
That's a good point. Maybe I'm going to nix that off my list because you just can't do any better than him playing. What is even his relationship with her?
Oh, he's her sister's boyfriend. And
that's right.
Yeah. And then he's Jack B. Nimble in the fairy tale land, Toyland. Fairy tale land. What's that land called that they go to?
It's Fairy Tale Land.
Oh, I can't wait to talk about that movie at Christmas time. We're going to have a lot of fun with that.
Yes, we are. I'm looking forward to it so much. And talking about all of the ways that it's going to be weird when I see Keanu Reeves as Drew's love interest in a movie.
Good point. All right. Thanks you guys so much for listening. We hope you enjoyed our little mini episode, and we'll be back, like Anne said, with a nice big one next week. And if you like what you heard, go rate, review, subscribe, all those things that you can do to help out the pod. And then you can follow us on Instagram at How Do You Drew Pod, and of course at Drewseum, which is our major all things Drew larger scope account.
Yes, our larger scope collections. All the love for Drew account. And visit our website at howdoyoudrew.com and send listener mail to howdoyoudrewpod@gmail.com. And let's see, do we have a question to take us out this week?
Oh, yeah. So I want to know your favorite teen Yellow Jacket and your favorite adult Yellow Jacket now that you're finally watching Yellow Jackets.
Okay, so even if you did already ask, it's probably a little different because I'm much further in now.
Because you're further. Yeah, that's sort of why I wanted to know.
I can do this. I feel like the answer to both is Shauna.
Okay.
I don't know why. I kind of have things that I love about everybody.
Yeah.
But I feel like Shauna's just having like the most traumatic experience.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I will say in the episode I just watched, since you brought up Yellow Jackets, the Scream poster appeared, and the episode happens to be an extremely like messed up episode overall, so it's hard for like that to be the highlight of the episode. But I love seeing Drew's face pop up, and then the thought I had was like, oh, so the character Van has the video store. The movie Scream would have come out while the girls were on the island or like in the forest. So I was like,
on the island, everybody says that because it's like lost.
Yes. Yeah. Who was your favorite teen character and who's your favorite adult character?
My favorite teen is Natalie. I find that actress really, like, I just really am captivated by her. I really like watching her. And I like the character.
Is it because she's blonde, Ashley?
Probably. No.
I'm just kidding. Okay, continue.
Adult, probably Shauna as well. Like Melanie Linsky, you just can't go wrong. Anytime she's on screen, I'm enjoying myself.
So good.
So good.
Like I have moments where I'm like, she's so calm in every situation. What a freaking badass.
Yeah,
like she's such a badass.
But she's crazy.
Yeah, everybody is. You know, it's like everybody's a little messed up. So yes, I'm loving that show. I'm glad to hear it brought up again on this non Yellow Jackets podcast.
This isn't How Do You Yellow Jackets.
It's not. This isn't How Do You Shauna. But yes, thank you everybody for tuning in, and we will see you next Tuesday.
All right, thanks guys. Bye-bye.
Bye. episode of the How Do You Drew podcast was researched and produced by Ashley and Ann from thedrewseum.com with help from our sponsor, Positive Medium.
Special thanks to Matt Costa for our lovely theme song, Roxy Prima for our adorable logo, and last but not least, Drew Barrymore and all the Drewbies who love her. We do this for you.
Thank you.